Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today we're going to be checking out the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Sorceress, from the new Netflix animated series. And if you are watching this series, you know this. If you're not watching the series, this is Teela. But she's the Sorceress. She's both of those things. It's weird because we've also got the Sorceress in that. But if you guys don't know, the show is... It's fun. It's definitely meant for the young kids, but they do this thing where when He-Man transforms, when Adam transforms into He-Man, the whole team transforms. So Teela, when she's powered up, is the Sorceress. That's basically what we've got going on here. So she is starting to hit store shelves right now with one of the current waves, and we're going to go ahead and dive in and take a look at her. Same style packaging we've seen for all the figures in this line. The back is just kind of shows off the figure, shows her action feature, which is the power attack, which seems to be what all of the figures in this line have. So let's go ahead and get her pulled out of the box, and we will get a closer look at the figure. All right, so we've got our new Teela / Sorceress from the Netflix series out of the packaging. Bringing in the tape measure, you can see the figure itself stands right at 5 inches tall, but the wingspan actually sends her up above 5.5 inches, pushing close to the 6-inch mark since they stand so high there. So she is shorter than, say, He-Man in this line, who's right around the 5.5-inch mark. A bit of a smaller character. And of course, this is another one of those completely redesigned characters. Total overhaul here. As I mentioned, they sort of combined Teela and the Sorceress right away in the show, even though we also have a Sorceress character in the show. So it's really interesting that she is the Sorceress while we still have a Sorceress, but it's pretty fun nonetheless. And this is a really cool look, and I feel like it translated pretty well into action figure form. First of all, I think that the face sculpt is actually pretty nice on there. Specifically, I was pretty impressed with the deco. She's got like these kind of silver colored eyebrows. I think there's a nice coloration in her eyes there. Like the face actually looks pretty on this. And then her hair, I love the long hair as it comes down the back. It is molded in a pearlescent white, so it's very shimmery. And it kind of changes into this purple color. It fades into that dark, deep purple as you get down the back of the ponytail. It is really cool looking. That pearlescent white can also be seen on her body there, and it looks really great, highlighted by the shiny gold. I mean, she has a very cool look to her. She just looks like a sorceress, right? Because she's got such a great shimmer to her. That pearlescent white and that gold looks really nice together, and these wings really highlight all of that. Now, it's worth noting those wings kind of clip on her back, so if you wanted to, you can take them off. Now, that long hair kind of gets in the way. You can see the long hair just sits over the wings, but there's just this big peg on her back, so you can just clip those wings right onto that peg. The wings can kind of, swivel around on that peg, but the wings themselves are molded in sort of like a translucent purple plastic that is filled with blue glitter. So I don't know if it's coming across in these lights. I hope it is, but it's really neat just to see how shiny and glittery they are. So this entire figure has a really great shimmer to her. I think she's pretty cool looking. Now, to complete the look, she does have this translucent blue helmet, which she wears in the series when she's going into battle. This clips right over her face. You can see the helmet covers her whole face. There's some gold accents on there. Really gives it that futuristic vibe, which this entire show has this interesting futuristic space look to it. Almost New Adventures style. And that's kind of what this looks like. This almost looks like it could be a New Adventures version of the Sorceress. It's really, really cool stuff. I kind of like it. I really do. I know it's very different, but I think this is pretty fun. So articulation is minimal on these. The long hair really hinders the movement of her head. I mean, you're not going to get much out of that at all. Kind of just looks left and right, barely. But the hair really gets in the way. Otherwise, her arms just move forwards and backwards. There's no outwards movement. You can swivel at the wrists there. The waist can turn left and right, but that is where the power punch is, or the power attack. So it is spring-loaded, so she snaps forward. And then the legs just move forwards and backwards. No bends at the knee, nothing in the ankles. These are very basic, very minimal articulation. Of course, meant for the kiddos, meant for play. And then she's got one weapon, which is just her staff. Looks reminiscent of the old Sorceress staff, but it's done in like a gray plastic, no extra paint deco there. She can get a two-handed hold on there because you can swivel the wrists. You just got to find that one sweet spot, but it is possible, and that is pretty nice. All right, guys, it's comparison time, and since I didn't really know what to do since she's so different, let's just say one Teela and one Sorceress. All vintage. Throw them in there. This will just give you a good idea of the scale. You could see, I mean, obviously, this is a very different looking character. She looks a little more Sorceress than Teela, of course, but that way you just kind of get an idea of how this would fit in with other MOTU figures. And there you guys go. That is a look at the brand new Teela Sorceress from the Netflix animated Masters of the Universe series, the kids one. All in all, I think this is a nice looking figure. It is very basic. It's also very different looking. I totally understand if you don't like this particular look, so you're not interested in this figure. I understand if you don't care about the basic articulation, but for what it is, I think it's pretty neat looking. I enjoy the figures that are kind of based on the animated look, and this brings us one step closer to getting the core team of good guys from the series. We just need that Ram Ma'am. So Teela is hitting store shelves right now. I found mine in the aisle at Walmart, so happy hunting! And until next time.